Hi, buddy. It's Ben. I'm calling to do the podcast. Your phone sends me to voicemail every single fucking time. And here you are calling. All right. Talk to you soon. End call with Anthony. There we go. Here we are.
I don't know why I have you blocked.
Well, why don't you unblock me? Because it's every...
Because I looked and it's not. It's not blocked. I don't know what it is.
Let me tell you something. It doesn't even ring once. It just goes right to voicemail.
Right. I see that.
It's becoming intolerable. It's been like 2 months now of this nonsense.
I think you know what I think it is I gotta save it or something.
I don't know what you got. What you mean? You haven't saved this number?
No.
Well, what kind of fucking Mickey Mouse shit are you pulling, man?
I'm gonna save it as the hotline.
You have to, because you're gonna have to start giving it out to people so they know to answer it when they're fucking guests on your second episode.
You left me a voicemail?
Yeah, I left you a voicemail, and it's probably
on. Some balls.
I got 2 of them.
You got some balls, my friend.
Well, I mean, don't send me the voicemail, and I won't leave a voicemail. So, we're back for another triumphant episode of the Furlough Files.
Right.
Yeah. What's going on, pal? How was your weekend?
Weekend. What's today? Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday.
I already flubbed this earlier today. Didn't I tell you it was Monday? And you're like, "That's great, but it's Tuesday." Did you just fart? What was that?
Oh, I was taking a sip of coffee from my new coffee mug.
Oh, well played. Well fucking played.
I got my first piece of quote fan mail unquote. I feel like we may have guilted her into sending it, but you are now not special with your Mr. Rogers mug, because he is looking back at me right now and he is smiling and I'm smiling and Grumpy Ben is in a good mood. Chrissy,
that was well played.
Yeah.
Well fucking played.
Thank you. I thought that up on the fly, and when you told me when you messaged and said you needed 5 minutes to finish your steak before I called, I was like, that's enough time to make a coffee.
Man, I feel like we should take the mugs on the road with us, and everywhere we go, me and you both break out the same mug. Like, we'll be like at an IHOP, and we're like, we brought our own mugs.
Yeah, we don't use your mugs. We have our own.
Right.
That's great, but I feel like between the two of us, we'll break them both on the first fucking
Right,
trip.
someone's going to be losing. Yeah, we'll be one mug down 2 weeks in or something.
And then what, are we sharing a mug? One mug, 2 straws?
Right, we sip out of each side. You
Yeah.
get the left side, I get the right side.
Oh. I can't go left.
I can't look left.
So,
man, that was actually really funny. Sipping, I was like, what is that noise?
I mean, of course you thought I farted, but it was not. It was a nice long sip on a hot.
Chrissy's awesome. I gotta say, that's cool.
She's super awesome, and I super appreciate it because, this is a good story. She sent it to me, and it came back undeliverable.
Right.
And through either me writing the wrong thing or you sending the wrong information to her, or just for whatever reason, the zip code was wrong. And it was sending it like an hour north of me. So it came back to her, and now I'm feeling terrible. Not only has she acquired this mug, maybe she stole it. I don't know. Maybe she didn't pay for it. But I assume she bought this mug and then paid to ship it to me, and now it's not even here. And now she's going to have to pay again to ship it again. So I was feeling terrible. So she sends it a second time, confirms everything with me, which had ruined the surprise. Because initially it was just going to show up and I'd be surprised. And I'm a little bummed that I didn't get the surprise, but in this whole snafu of addresses and stuff, the cat got out of the bag. So, so confirmed the address. I knew it was coming, yada, yada. And like yesterday, I think it was yesterday. No, well, it was the day before I got it. I got it yesterday. So the day before, she forwards me another screen capture. I guess she was tracking it. And it was like something to the effect of post office is having trouble finding this address. We will attempt again tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, I get all my mail. We've confirmed the address. Like, checked it. How is this possible? But then it arrived. And
you live? Like Botswana? I mean,
No, I live.
how do they?
I live right
I
off.
know where you live.
But no. I mean, I get Amazon packages every day. I get all my bills sure find me. So
Right.
of course they find. Hey,
Right.
this might be a one of those Trump postal service things here, but he didn't want.
Or I
Yeah.
was thinking, I literally, when you just said the wrong zip code, I thought, well, crap, did I write the wrong zip code to her originally?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who did. She had it wrong, and
Subconsciously, I didn't want you to get the mug.
you were sabotaging the effort here.
I was mug blocking.
A little fucking mug blocking. You were jealous that you weren't going to be special anymore.
Right.
Yeah, so whatever.
It's a great mug.
It's fantastic. I love that the sweater changes color
Right.
when
Changes colors
when
Mr.
the
Rogers,
mug gets
yeah.
hot. I actually read the paper that came with it, or the book, because it says do
Yeah.
not machine wash, and I was
Right.
about to throw it in the washing machine. I was gonna work once, and,
You
and I was gonna fuck
you
up.
actually put your dishes in the washing machine?
Well, yeah, I don't throw them in the trash because I'm a human
The
being.
washing machine or the dishwasher?
What's the difference?
Oh, hey, this is great. What a segue.
Oh,
What a segue.
this is true. But
Wait
I
a
just
second.
I don't give.
Hold on. Did you just
Well, I stepped in it, didn't I?
hold on? This may be this is a podcast moment, like you posted on the.
Oh my god.
Oh, I gotta compose myself here because I have tears coming down my face right now.
Oh, yes.
What a segue!
I didn't
Unintentional.
unintentionally. I didn't think of a difference. If I'm talking about washing my dishes and I say washing machine, I mean my dishwasher, obviously.
Well, now I've
Yeah.
I've got to know the people's choice. I'm going to go on Instagram tonight, and I'm going to ask 2 questions. And the first one's going to be do you wash your dishes in the dishwasher or the washing machine?
Well, that one's
That's number 1.
Come on, that one. Of course, they're going to answer that. Yeah, we get it. The dish is in the fucking word. We get it. All right, dishwasher. I get it. All
Okay,
right.
now
I
second,
misspoke.
do we go right to the next topic?
Yeah.
Because listen, it's not even been 24 hours since I called you. I'm still hot about this.
Audio missing.
I'll call her because she's got way more followers than me.
And
She posted a video,
friend of the Breakfast Club.
Right, friend of the Breakfast Club. Got her shirt today. She made a nice video.
Mm-hmm.
And, we're going to do this TikTok meetup, which we'll get to later. I got some breaking news there.
So
And
we've established that the Louisiana orgy has been rescheduled.
Right.
Relocated.
Don't say it yet. Don't say it
Relocated.
yet.
Yeah.
We'll say that for the end, so it makes
Okay.
them listen the whole time.
Drum roll.
Right,
Yeah.
right. We're stringing them along.
Okay.
here. So, I'm talking to her last night, and she is from Texas.
Uh-huh.
I am not from Texas. I'm an Italian. My family was in New York. I was born in New York. I grew up in South Florida, which is like New York.
Yeah.
And the conversation came up of we were talking about different foods, and I don't even know how we got to it, but she says that macaroni, pasta, spaghetti, she calls it all noodles.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, no. And for me, that's like, and I'm not even kidding you, like it's always been, since I started living, I've lived in the Carolinas and I live in Georgia now, people say noodles. And I'm like, to me, a noodle is a ramen or an egg noodle.
Right.
And she said, well, what do you call it? I said, it's either pasta or macaroni. And this was a 45-minute debate on the telephone
Mm-hmm.
about, is it a noodle or is it pasta and macaroni?
Right.
So I went into my pantry.
Mm-hmm.
I have 13 boxes of macaroni currently. 7 different kinds, mind you. Okay?
Wait, when you say macaroni, are you being generic, or are they all like macaroni? Like
I
how?
don't even know what that means.
Well, macaroni to me is like just that little hollow bendy tube.
We've got rigatoni, we've got bow ties,
See-
we've got rotini,
see,
we've got pastina.
We're getting
I'm
into.
not even done. We've got
hold
linguine,
on. But you
spaghetti,
gotta stop.
fettuccine.
But you gotta stop because I don't. Now we're into a sub controversy here Because now you're blanket naming all these other types of pastas macaroni.
Well,
Like
can I tell
she
you
is
why?
doing noodle.
I'm gonna win this. I
Jesus
have
Christ.
proof, evidence. I'm gonna put my suit on. I'm gonna go into lawyer mode,
Okay.
and I'm gonna win this debate because I went in and looked at all 13 boxes. I've got Publix brand. I've got Ronzoni. I've got Barilla. I've
Mullers,
got
all of them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mullers. I've got every kind. Every single box has 2 words on it:
Pasta.
macaroni and pasta.
Oh,
Do you know what word's
really?
not on any box?
Noodle.
Noodle.
I'm
Now,
okay. Hold
I
on,
have
but
ramen and egg noodle in
but
there.
let me-
They both say noodle.
I get that. But before we get there, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that all those, like if I
Right.
get bow tie pasta, that somewhere on it says macaroni.
On the front, it says enriched macaroni.
Oh,
When you read the descriptions, they all have the description says pasta.
this is
One of the boxes says Italy's #1 pasta.
well pasta. Yes, that's what I'm getting at. Pasta. It's all
Right, they all say
pasta.
macaroni.
Wow. See, this has become an educational podcast here. Okay.
But
So I would.
I want to know everybody else's thoughts.
I do.
because-
I do too. So we're gonna make a post somewhere, maybe Facebook, maybe Instagram. I don't know. Maybe we do it on your TikTok. But here's my stance on noodle. Yes, when I stand at the pasta
Right.
aisle and there's all those boxes and bags of stuff, the only thing I see labeled noodle are the egg noodles down at the bottom. The bags of egg
Right.
noodles. And like you said, ramen noodle.
But always on the bottom shelf, egg noodles. Always on the
right,
bottom
because
shelf.
it's a bottom shelf kind of food. But
Right, who eats an egg noodle? I mean, it's
yeah,
a once in a month, maybe once in a year. I don't know.
Egg noodles and butter, like the fucking most Caucasian
Right.
people on the planet. So,
Right.
but I would qualify any thin, long pasta as a noodle. So, like,
Okay.
not the hollow ones, not the ones that are like, but I would say, like the spaghettis of the world and the fettuccine, the linguine. I would say that those all qualify as noodles. I wouldn't call them noodles because I'm not a hillbilly, but yes, they are noodles.
And I feel like, and this is I feel like it's a southern, like that southern swing. Like they've never crossed the Mason-Dixon line. They don't know that, like, we don't call it that in the Northeast. Italians, like, I haven't even called my mom yet. But when we're done with this podcast,
Oh my God, your
I'm
mom's
getting a call.
Your mom's gonna reach through the phone and slap her. I mean that.
Like, it's disrespectful. So
It is.
Now, let me just tell you how worked up I was. I had to be up this morning at 2:30 in the morning. I argued with her till 10:30, 10:45, and then I called you.
Yes.
Because I was fired up.
Well, we're missing a key part here. That
What's the key
while you
part?
were talking to her,
Right.
your kids overheard this.
They did.
And
They did.
and what were their reactions?
So first my daughter came down and Lex looked at me and she said, "What's a noodle?" And I said, "Thank you, exactly." And I said, "Lex, it's macaroni or pasta." And she's like, "Yeah, it's either pasta or macaroni. No matter what if I am making macaroni and meatballs, it's macaroni and meatballs. If I'm making them alla vodka, it's macaroni or pasta, or even I would just say you want penne. I call it by the name, or
Right.
rigatoni.
Well,
or,
that's
right.
I always call it like bow tie pasta or penne.
Bow tie. I got right. I have all that in there.
I
call
never-
it by the name.
I've never referred to anything as macaroni except like the mac and cheese looking macaroni.
Now, okay, so now she said that last night, and this is where my kids. She said I consider macaroni mac and cheese, and my daughter said no, that's mac and cheese.
Right.
So then Nick came down, stumbling down the stairs. He says, "Well, noodle, like what's a noodle?" And my kids have no idea because they've grown up to know it's either macaroni pasta or you call it by name: rigatoni, penne, bow ties. And those three are like the staples that we eat. Is the bow ties, the rigatoni, and the penne.
Pastellini, the farfalla, all that shit. Yeah.
The farfel, right.
Yeah.
So they were like, what? And it's like she's arguing. Well, I call you. I sleep for I couldn't even sleep. I was so worked up.
Yeah.
So I sleep for a couple hours. I wake up at 2:30, and I wake up at 2:30, get on my phone. I search in the Google machine, and a tweet comes up from July 2019, and I screenshot it and send it to her. And the tweet says, "I can't believe Americans call pasta noodles."
Who
it's a thing. There is post after post after. It is a thing. If you search, people from other countries are offended that Americans call it noodles. This is a big deal. She doesn't think, she's like, you're not going to win this. I was like, listen, if you feel better thinking you won, Miss TikTok, it's fine.
Right.
This guy won. This guy won.
Yeah. Listen, I think we have to put it up to a vote. I mean, an opinion vote, a poll, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this, I agree with you. The macaroni thing was new to me, but still noodle. I don't call any of those pastas a noodle. You know, I would say some of them.
What would you call ramen? A noodle?
Ramen's
ramen a noodle.
Ramen's a noodle.
Right. It says it on the package for ramen noodle.
Well, I feel like all Asian pasta is noodles. Right. But all Asian pasta is basically the same thing, long, thin squigglies. You know, maybe thick, long squigglies, but they're not in these other shapes that are obviously pasta.
No.
And we're not even going to get into like gnocchi or any of that shit.
Right, that's a whole different world.
Get the fuck out.
What did we talk about last night? A ravioli. I asked her. You texted me. I was on the phone with her. You texted me, and I said, "What's a ravioli?" She said, "A noodle." I said, "That's it. We're done.
No,
it's over."
No fucking way.
There's no fucking way. No. So now she's gonna make a TikTok, and I said, "That's cool because we've got something up our sleeve." And she said, "I cheated because I called you." And I was like, "Whoa, listen. He may be Team Grumpy Ben, and I'm Team AJ, but when it comes to food, we're the Breakfast Club. We're on the same team, my friend."
Perfect.
That line, we don't cross that line.
No, that's our Mason-Dixon line.
Right.
And we're both north of it. Thank you very much.
So, I mean, you're a Florida guy, but Florida is like New York, right? It's not like the South. I wouldn't consider Florida the South.
Hold on. This is South Florida. The rest of Florida gets pretty fucking hillbilly. They may as well be calling it noodles and eating beans out of
noodles
a can.
And noodles, yeah.
Right. But South Florida is absolutely New York adjacent. So yes, it's where Florida is the land of the newlywed, nearly dead, and all the nearly deads are New York transplants. So.
New York, right. Yeah. That's why my family ended up there. My parents left New York to come there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's just that this topic. I'm going to go on the Instagram. I'm going to put up. You know what? When we get off this, I'm going to put one on my personal Instagram and on the Breakfast Club. I'm going to do a little questionnaire on the story, and I'm going to say, what do you call it?
Right.
Is it a pasta? Is it a noodle? Or is it macaroni? I don't even. What do you call it? We need to hear from the people.
Yeah, and maybe we'll listen. We may hear some humdingers. I mean, God knows what a goddamn Canadian calls it.
Right. Well, I'm sure CJ will answer that one for us.
I mean, what do they call macaroni and cheese? They call Kraft dinner.
Right, which is weird.
It's just they're. Yeah.
Speaking of Canada,
yes.
Did she ever get her shirts?
Listen. I don't know.
Where are they?
I don't know. Listen. This is not good podcast material, but I tracked it, and it says it left the Miami Customs, and they don't track it in the other country. So I'm just crossing my fingers that by the end of this week it shows up in Canada, wherever in the great land of Canada. That So
you got my heart's racing, my blood pressure.
No,
noodle conversation.
I feel you. There are things that really drive me crazy too. Not the noodle pasta debate, but
right.
But I can understand why you're bothered by it. It's like kind of like it's part of your culture. So I get it.
Right.
Yeah. So are we want to move on from that? Do you have anything on your list?
No, we're done with that conversation
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it'll be
For
settled in the social medias. Although I feel like
Right.
we settled it right now.
I think we won. She's gonna tell me I cheated, but whatever.
Whatever. So what do you
Yeah.
got? Or do you want me to
So-
run down my list?
What's on your list today? Because
Oh.
we're already 20 minutes in, and listen. The only thing I got a couple things.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna let you read your list first because I want to see if you touch on one of them, and if you don't, I'm gonna bury you.
I know which one it is, but it's so funny that we're dancing around these things. Okay.
We're dancing around it.
One of them is yours, and it's the checkout Karen at Publix that you had this week.
Right. Right.
Another one is I do have a Fat Marco update,
Okay.
Operation Fat Marco update, and the other one is it's a combo one. It's that I missed your TikTok live because I went to
Right.
the sushi buffet with my brother.
You know what? Let's just stick right there. Let's stay right there for a minute. Let's tell the world, all 10 downloads a day,
Uh-huh.
that you missed the Facebook Live because it was your brother's birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You know, your brother's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But you went to sushi buffet, Mr. Keto, and you
Listen.
broke your diet.
Listen, he gets to pick the place. He's the birthday boy. Now,
Did he pay at least?
for his own birthday?
I mean, why not?
I wish I was that good of a worker. No, I did not have him pay for me. So, yeah.
How'd you feel is the question.
Listen, okay. So, listen, I didn't go as crazy as the last time I went with Drew. So
Okay.
I didn't feel like I was gonna die afterwards. But it roughed me up a little bit. My question is, before we backtrack to the TikTok live, is that is it? I considered it a cheat meal, but then I was wondering, is it a cheat meal if I didn't do anything to earn a cheat meal?
This is also true.
Listen, I stayed on my diet, quote unquote, but I know I just overate every day, anyways, because I may have eaten the right foods, but the wrong quantities. And
Right.
I also didn't exercise at all for the last 2 weeks. So, did I earn a cheat meal? That's debatable. Can I call
The
it a
last
cheat?
2 weeks or like the last year?
Listen, it's been a rough year. So, I'm
2020.
yeah, I'll just blame it on that. I will say I'm pleasantly surprised with the amount of muscle mass I've retained, having not worked out for like over a
Really?
year. Oh yeah, I'm still fucking jacked. It must be because I have a man's job and I do manly
That's
things.
true. So you do work. You work hard. Yes.
So who knows?
Right.
Or it might.
There's a lot of furniture to be moved.
Oh, we can't get into that.
Come on. I had to throw a shot.
I
One
know.
shot. That's all I had.
The boss might be listening. Listen, I got paid for that. So,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I'm not loving these cheat meals anymore. I got to be honest with you. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. I don't think. To be honest,
It's not
with you.
anymore.
No, it's not.
No,
Okay, but
it's really not.
what my big concern was that
Mm-hmm.
you were having a TikTok live that I couldn't keep an eye on.
Mhm.
And I feel like because you knew where I was going, that it was literally the whole TikTok was probably just a tremendous burial of me.
Oh no! Like we literally, like we were all at the gravesite. We dug the hole. We put you in. We covered you. Put the tombstone up. You're dead. We buried you. But you had your people who are like, "Leave Ben alone," and I'm like, "Oh, he's okay. He's not here to see this."
You in a mocking voice had told me, someone said he deserves a cheat meal every now and then.
Somebody said that, and I was like, "Deserves what? What did he earn?"
This is true. So yeah, I don't know. Listen, I knew I was gonna have to take a beating for it, so I didn't shy away from it. I knew if you only had one thing on your list, it was that. So
And that was on my list. But I'll tell you, not only did we bury you, I did promise a lot of things.
oh no, well I'm not sure I want you to recap that because then it sounds like you're promising them on here too.
I mean, there may have been towels and
Oh God,
stuff.
dude.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Hoodies again, beanies, hats,
Yeah, things with your
underwear.
my
face
face
on
on
it.
them. Oh my
Right,
God,
right.
Jesus! Aprons and eye
By the way,
patches.
did you see that? Did you see that little cartoon thing that the kid drew for me?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's 15 years old. That's pretty talented.
It actually looked like you.
I threw him $10.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why not?
Oh, it's cool. So you're a good. You're a good guy.
I got an idea
You're a
though.
good guy, pal. What?
You want to know my idea?
Yeah. I can't wait.
Those need to be stickers. They need to be made into stickers.
You want? Okay. Do I got to pay the kid for that, or can we get him to sign off?
I gave him $10. I know him. I know his mother.
Well, here's the thing with the stickers is that we haven't been charging for stickers. I've just been making up stickers whenever there's a sticker deal, and then I throw a handful of them in with each order with the T-shirts when they go out. So, I mean, if some of them have your dumb face on it, sure, why not? We can make up 50 or 100 of them.
I think that's money.
You need to just listen. This is all bookkeeping that we should do off the show. But tell the kid to send me the high resolution file of your dumb face, and I'll make stickers of your dumb face.
Yes, you got stickers of my dumb face. It's so awesome.
We'll make stickers of your dumb face.
Let's talk about my situation with Karen at Publix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
So I'm in Publix. I'm with my son, with Nick.
Nick the Dick. Yeah.
Right.
Everyone gets a nickname. We got to use them.
Right. And he's a dick. So we're at Publix, and the woman in front of me she's wide, in line, whatever. First of all, she's got 2 masks on. Now,
like a mask over the mask, or like
right.
one mask
so
on the mouth and one on the nose, or how's this work?
No, so she has on the first mask is like one of the medical masks, the blue, the blue ones, the ones that are, they're crappy. They hurt the back of your ears. The ones you can get, like, the medical masks.
Yeah, they come in a box of like 50. Yeah.
Right. She has that on, covering the whole shebang. And over that has a cloth mask.
Mm-hmm.
As if to me, that's like wearing 2 condoms. It's not going to work.
And she's a double bagger right there.
Right. So she's got that set me off because, and I don't want to get into all that shebang, but I'm not a mask guy.
Well, I
go to Publix, I'm not wearing a mask.
Can I suggest an explanation that may or may not be logical? That the crappy medical one still does something, and maybe the cloth one is purely aesthetic, and it doesn't stop anything from passing through it. So she wants to look stylish, but she wants to also protect herself and others.
Also, she probably can't breathe.
Well, that's true. Through 2 layers.
She was old. She was old.
How old?
So she was probably 70.
Oh, that's
70s.
pretty old. Yeah.
Right. Like, she's struggling to breathe as is. She doesn't need the double mask. So anyway, she's in line, and she's doing her, the ladies, da-da-da-da-da, and it gets to the soy milk. And she says, no, there's a sign. And the lady said, what sign? She said, it says buy one, get one. And here, if you buy one, get one, and you only buy one, you pay half price.
Right.
So she says, I want it half price. Now, I will say, the cashier, I'm in retail. Why are you arguing with this woman? Just give her the damn thing for half price.
And just get her the hell away. Yeah.
Right. Move along.
Right.
She doesn't. Mm-hmm. She says, I have to call a manager. Mm-hmm. And that was it. This lady was like, she lost it. And so the cashier says to her, I'm going to suspend your transaction. I'm going to ring him up, and then I'll ring you up. And she says, you're not ringing me up twice. And she says, I'm not ringing you up twice. I'm going to suspend your transaction, ring him up so he can go, and then I'll take care of you. She said, I'm not waiting in line again. And she said, ma'am, you're not waiting in line. When he's done, that lady will be back with the price, and I'll take care of you. She said, her exact words were, I'm not going anywhere. That's what she said.
Right.
So I'm in a rush with Nick. I'm agitated. We've been at basketball all day. I just want to get home. It's my day off. I took $3 out of my wallet, $3 bills. And I said, lady, I'll pay for your damn soy milk. Get out of here. I'll give you the $3. And she looked at me and said, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm vocal. I'm that guy. And I'm like, Jesus, fuck. I'm cursing. And Nick he's embarrassed. He's turning the other way. He's looking at the ceiling. And I was like, lady, you're holding up the line. I said, this is ridiculous. Like, she's not even telling you to wait in line again. She's literally telling you, I'll ring you up next. Let him go. I said, lady, I'm in a rush. I'll pay for your soy milk. I don't even give a shit. I gotta go.
Yeah, you'll
No.
pay full price.
Right. She was looking hand on hips with her head cocked at an angle, but looking at the sky as if to say, go fuck yourself. I hear you, but I don't care what you're saying.
I wish you had filmed this. I know Nick,
And
Nick
I
discouraged
swear
you.
I thought about it, and Nick was freaking out, and I just, like, if I would have filmed it, it would have been a bad situation, and she would not fucking move. And so now I'm literally staring at her with, we're not even social distancing at this point because I'm breaking the space rule, and I'm looking at her, and I'm just going, this is unfucking believable. Like, I would have just paid for your soy milk. We could have figured this out. You could have waited. I'm fucking laying into her, and she's just she's no-selling me the whole time, as if like I'm not even there. And Nick his face is red. He's embarrassed. So the lady finally goes, and I said, "Oh, it's great. About fucking time. Let's go." So I get and the cashier said that the lady's a pain in the ass every time. I said, obviously, like, that was ridiculous, but she wouldn't suspend the transaction. Like, I don't know what she thought.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's hilarious, though.
I was fired up.
I'm so glad you embarrassed Nick.
I took $3, like literally 3 singles out of my wallet, and I extended the hand, and I was like, I will pay for your fucking soy milk, lady.
Extended the hand.
Yeah, and she gave me that cocked Karen look of no.
Nope.
That's my Karen story from the weekend.
That's
What
good.
else do we got?
That's a good one. Well, you want mine, or you want to go off your list there?
What else do you have?
I just have the Operation Fat Marco update.
Oh, I don't even know this.
Well, we have fat shamed him so relentlessly hard between the podcast, and then of course his mother-in-law listens to it, and then brought it up at like the birthday dinner, asking if he was going to
Hi,
go.
Margaret.
if he was going to go back to the gym, and he's like, why? Because of the Fat Marco thing. And then I've just been taking jabs at him during work, and
Filming stuff, putting it on TikTok.
I've been filming stuff and putting it on TikTok, hashtagging Fat Marco, Operation Fat Marco, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
And even like us calling me having you on speakerphone in the van, the work
Oh, he
truck
was
while we're
losing it that
driving.
day.
Yeah. There's one video we have of him. I just accidentally filmed him at the right time where he's muttering under his breath about how he's going to show us and us on our high horses and Fat Marco this and blah, blah.
Right.
It was hilarious. So he is like, and he comes Monday, and he's like, every spare moment that I had this weekend that I wasn't doing something, I either did squats or push-ups. My shoulders are killing me. I am in such bad shape. But I think we created a monster. I think we fired him up. He was mumbling about getting into some kind of competition with you over this.
Oh, was he?
Yes, he was. I think he's ready to challenge you to something. I don't know what kind of fitness weight.
Whoa.
You guys are hovering around the same weight right now, so I don't know. But he is angry. Now, I will say that I have been trying to figure out ways to rib him.
Right.
Because, like, listen, the other day I was at Publix, and I almost spent $4 on a box of 6 chocolate frosted donuts, because those are the ones he always gets when we're working. And I was going to set up a GoPro camera outside his apartment. I was going to put the donuts right on, like, the welcome mat, knock on the door, and run.
We should do this.
And see if he opens the door, sees donuts sitting there, and what his reaction is. Because I feel like if he has donuts in hand, he won't just throw them out. He'll leave them for her, and then he'll be like, well, I can have one. I did push-ups. And
if you just left him there with a note, a sticky note that just said #Fat Marco.
Oh, well, then he'd probably do a soccer kick to him.
Not for nothing. He's gonna know it's you no matter what.
No, I know, but if I don't listen,
You're thinking if you play it smooth that he's gonna he'll take him in quietly, like as if there's not knowing the camera's there and be like, yeah, I'm just gonna. And then the next day, don't tell him anything, because the next day
just post
he'll
it.
He'll ask you, did you leave the donuts at my door?
Well,
and you'll start laughing, and he'll go, I didn't eat any.
Yeah,
but we know he will.
Like I'm saying, there's ways to poke the bear, and I don't know which is more of a payoff. Him like seeing it, getting angry, but taking the donuts in, or me putting
Right.
like a card on it that says "Fat Marco" on the envelope, and
Him
he
punting the
he
donuts.
just kicks him down the stairs or something. I mean,
Right.
that might be worth it too. So, I mean,
Right.
I'm formulating several of those plans.
I like this.
I'm also thinking of sabotaging him during work, like maybe dropping sugar cubes in his drinks and shit. Just
Oh my God. Kids are like, I've been
he'd be-
drinking these diet drinks. What happened?
I'm getting fatter. What's going
This
on?
is like the Seinfeld yogurt episode.
Yeah. It's non-fat. Oh, it's fat.
Non-fat
It be
yogurt.
fat. So,
Wow.
so we have created a monster. I mean, it's good to.
Now, but listen, Margaret, I know you're listening.
Yeah.
You got to keep a tight lip here.
Like I've said
You can't
before.
let this get out.
Loose lips sink ships. Don't.
Yeah, what happens on the Breakfast Club stays at the Breakfast
Right.
Club.
Listen, because it'll be more entertaining when I have a good story to tell the next time. You don't want to ruin that.
Right.
Right. So.
Well, I think this is a perfect segue
Okay.
and finish
Okay.
into the Louisiana orgy. It's going to have to be changed.
I'm glad that you have finally adopted my name for it.
I have adopted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because Mark James listened to that podcast and texted me and said the Louisiana orgy, LOL. Like it caught on
Mm-hmm.
because a couple people were like the Louisiana orgy. I was like, I mean,
Listen.
that's just the name.
I'm good at coining phrases and nicknames, if nothing else. So.
Right. So now,
Right.
we were supposed to go to Lake Charles, Louisiana.
We were
The Isle
originally,
Casino.
the Isle Casino, Lake Charles, Louisiana, October 14th, 15th, 16th, or 16th, 17th, 18th.
16, 17, 18.
Right,
Yeah.
16th, 17th, 18th. Then a hurricane came and leveled
Right.
Lake Charles, sent the casino, which I guess is on the water for
Riverboat.
gambling reasons, into the bridge and wrecked it. So there's
Right.
not much to go to there. So especially like a month and a half or a month from now, whenever it is.
Right. October. Yeah. I
yeah.
mean, so I've got breaking news as of today.
Beep, 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 beep. Breaking news.
I don't even know if I'm supposed to let this out yet. I haven't, I've only discussed this with you and I've discussed it with them, but not that it was going to be made
The
public.
papers have not been officially signed, is what you're saying.
They have not, but
Right.
we threw around some ideas. We had Baton Rouge, New Orleans. I hate New Orleans.
And Baton Rouge doesn't sound very exciting. Like
No, and we looked it up. It was not exciting. So
my
we're
vote,
like,
my vote was for Vegas.
right, and I would have went to Vegas, but I think maybe Vegas may have been a little rough with flying and this and that. But I think we've come to something. We've
Yeah.
come to a conclusion. We've come to a new meeting place for the first ever TikTok meetup with me, you, Jessica Jane, Mark James.
Mhm.
You ready for this?
Yes.
I don't know if you're ready for this.
I'm ready for this.
Daddy's coming home. We're coming to Fort Lauderdale, baby.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I think we're gonna.
Which is convenient for you.
I don't have to travel anywhere. I am in Fort Lauderdale. I think, and I'll put this here. I think that we should make the Hard Rock Hotel, the big glass guitar shaped hotel, the official
Right.
meetup
Hangout.
spot, the hangout. If
Right.
anyone wants to stay there, and gamble and have a good time and whatever else. There may even be wrestling there. We're not sure on the date, but there may even be
Right,
some pro
right.
wrestling there, which we're
Well, our
Working on
inside
other
info, he
spots.
got fired, so
yeah. There's your shot.
there's my one shot.
Wow, that's so inside baseball. It's not even funny.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
That talk about letting a cat out of the bag. I think that's the biggest cat.
Good thing he doesn't listen.
So the Louisiana orgy is now
Right.
the orgy at the beach.
Right.
Mm.
It's being changed.
Mhm.
Fort Lauderdale, here we come. Now, this can open up. Maybe nobody's going to come because it's in Fort Lauderdale. Maybe it opens up a whole new new plethora of people.
I think people that were going to fly to Lake Charles will fly to Fort Lauderdale. I think people that were going to drive may go, oh, Fort Lauderdale sounds so much better. I'll fly there or drive there anyways. And people that are in Florida, like in your hometown, listen, you're gonna have a home field advantage for this one.
I don't think that they understand. Like, Mark may understand. I don't think Jessica Jane understands. I am a local celebrity.
We need to pull back on the reins on that a little bit. You need to
Little
slow down a little
Why?
bit, Tiger. I
You
I
don't
get
think
that
so?
you're really feeling yourself here, but I just don't want to get big head here. I mean, people know you. Yeah, sure, people know you, and I won't lie. I have witnessed one time myself that someone at the poorhouse recognized you,
This did happen.
but they did not recognize you as
No,
Anthony.
as me. No.
They recognized you as Super Mario, having been that you wrestled as Super Mario at the conventions. But that's not even how she recognized you. She recognized you because I had already picked her up at that bar before and banged her once or twice, and so she had stalked my Facebook and knew you were Mario from my Facebook. She recognized you, and she recognized Marco as Sean Prime at the time. So, yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That night was a little hazy.
Well, what, that night?
I think so. I don't remember.
That night was not only hazy but crazy. That was you were dancing with Angie, and Big Vito was there.
That was that night.
Yeah,
Right.
and
We were dancing to techno music. It was out of control.
that story's for another night because that involves Jackie and me ducking all the pictures all night. And
my brother even showed up that night. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
Like out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
What a night.
That was good. Frank Stone, Hudak.
That was a night. Wow, yeah.
You know what?
But I don't think people understand. Like, now, I know we've got COVID and it may not be the same down there, but like, that's our spot. Like, we have significant home field advantage. And there's the biggest story out of all of this. People don't even know. If you come, you can meet the legendary Billy Fives because we're going to get him to come out. This guy is he's like my wrestling father. And he will outdrink anybody under the table, I think. Do you agree?
Oh, 1,000%.
And get up at 6 a.m. and play racquetball the next day.
Yeah, he's immortal and ageless, and he will be a regular guest when we start doing guests because that guy's got some great stories and he does not give a fuck. He will name names.
Right.
Yeah, it'll be a good time.
Which is, I don't know if I want him on. He knows a lot of stories about me.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the people you want to have on have a lot of stories about you, whether it be
this is true.
Bobby Rogers or fucking...
Right.
Yeah. You might have to finally let go.
If we have Bobby Rogers on, it's over, because I'll throw myself out. He'll tell the hardcore kitten story like nobody's business.
Well,
that's for another podcast.
What's the good thing is that we don't go live. So if it's a total nightmare, we can either delete entire.
We'll just tell them you didn't hit record. That's believable.
I have set precedents. So
yes, right. Well, I think Fort Lauderdale, October 16th, 17th, 18th. I'm loving it, man.
I think announcing it now gives people plenty of time to plan. I think plane flights are cheap. Fort Lauderdale is kind of like a pretty damn big hub. And
I will tell you, when we looked up flights, they are incredibly cheap right now to Fort Lauderdale from anywhere.
Yeah. So round trip, like $120 or something. You said I don't.
Yeah. I mean, incredibly cheap.
Yeah. So, and I bet the hotel probably wants to rent rooms too. So they might have a deal if you start booking now.
But it's home field. We can set. We know where to go. We know. Yeah. I can tell you where we're going to end up. We're going to end up at Diamond Dolls if it's open. I know this stuff.
Lord.
I know we're going to end up at Flashback. We're going to be eating cannoli pancakes. Not even giving a shit about our diet. It's going to happen.
Cross your fingers they're open by then. We drive by every day on the way to work, and there's signs.
I hear.
There's signs.
I don't know why they're not open yet.
'Cause, I don't know, remodeling and COVID and whatever else. Who the fuck knows?
All right. Well, I think Fort Lauderdale, Orgy at the Beach is happening. I feel like we named this as if it was a wrestling show.
That's exact Bash at the Beach. That's what I did.
Right.
Yeah.
Orgy at the Beach 2020.
I'm gonna go find the WCW logo.
Like Hulk Hogan.
I'm gonna find the WCW logo, redo it as Orgy at the Beach, with your dumb face on it. And
oh my god, if you do that, I would die.
Your dumb face, the big glass hotel guitar, and the rip-off logo. It's done.
Right. I think we need that.
Okay.
And maybe you put like Jessica Jane's boobs on there. They sell. Maybe just like in the Breakfast Club shirt.
Yeah, all right.
She's a way bigger draw than me. So
Well, not in Fort Lauderdale.
I tried telling her that today. I was like, I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what territory you're coming into.
Right. It might be
Don't think you
hostile.
get it.
It might be hostile.
It may be.
All right, bud.
All right.
I'm pretty
Good
much.
podcast.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. I got to go eat a second piece of steak. I've got my ice cream thawing right now.
Jesus
my
Christ.
keto ice cream.
This fat
I'm
fuck.
in tip-top condition,
Jesus.
229 pounds.
That doesn't sound tip.
I got abs. Did you see the abs? We didn't even talk about that. Did
No,
you see them?
I'm losing you here.
You saw them.
There's a little bit of static.
TJ told me she saw the abs. Baby.
I'm losing you here. I can't. What was that again? I can't hear you.
Yeah,
All right,
okay.
buddy.
Hey,
What?
listen.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
All right.
Goodbye.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye.